Well, St. Josephine, Bakhita, we come to you today because Father Mitch wants to just offer some words for the passing of Pope Francis. We are all in mourning, but today, being Easter Monday, we know that resurrection and hope is still very much alive. And so, you know, I I have no words, Father Mitch. My heart is broken, but I know you wanted to talk to community, to talk about his life,
Sure.
Talk about how we move on. We do move on. The victory is won. The hope is here. So we do move on, but doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
Right. I think everyone in the United States woke up this morning to the news. At the top of every hour, every news broadcast was letting us know that Pope Francis has died. And even as we mourn his passing, I think it's a beautiful tribute to his significance in the world, right? As a man with great faith and love for all humanity. And I think he has been a sign of hope for all of us, especially in the midst of so much division in the world. And so to hear everyone in the world acclaiming him and missing him already, and certainly we'll be following that in the days and weeks and probably even months ahead with how we celebrate his life, how we mourn his passing, his funeral liturgy, and then somehow get ourselves together enough to find a successor.
Yeah.
While all of that is unfolding, I think it's important that we just pray for him as he would pray for us in the same circumstance. He has such a heart for every person that he has encountered in his life. And we are grateful for the opportunity we've had to encounter him.
Yeah, absolutely. When I think about just some of the last moments, the last days, his last hours that he spent on this earth, wow, let that sink in. For Holy Thursday, he was with the prisoners. He was the Pope that was always reaching out to people on the margins.
Right.
He was the Pope that, knew that we needed to give the most to the people who had the least.
Right.
So yeah, I woke up sad, walked into the office, saw your face, you're sad. And we're sad 1.3 billion Catholics around the world, are sad. The Argentina people
Oh, of course, yeah.
are sad.
Yeah.
But talk to us about hope, because there's hope in this.
Sure. At the very beginning of his papacy, it was clear that he took the name Francis. And I remember that week we were all speculating, now, is that St. Francis Xavier, the Jesuit, or is that, we knew it was Francis of Assisi. And he modeled that life of the poverty of God with every step he took as our Holy Father. And his first encyclical was called The Joy of the Gospel. And we can see in that first expression of his best thinking, or his best expression of faith, that was going to be how he leads us. And his true inspiration, of course, is Jesus and his faith in the gospel, and this great confidence that every human person is Christ in the flesh. That's how, so every encounter with another human person for Pope Francis was an encounter with Christ. And he invited us to treat each other that way too. Yeah.
Absolutely. What's ringing for me right now is that he passed on Easter Monday, April the 21st. Earth Day is April the 22nd. And we know that he was a Pope that cared about the earth, cared about the environment around us, the environment that we live in, the environment that God gave us, the environment that he entrusted to us, that we have to take care of the environment.
Right. So yeah, his encyclical Laudato Si, care of creation. He talked about earth as the home that's been entrusted to us to take care of. And he, not only did he write the encyclical, but almost every other writing and teaching, he reminded us, hey, I wasn't kidding. When I wrote Laudato Si, I really wanted you to pay attention. And yeah, he's been consistent.
Part of Laudato Si, he references the Native Americans. And he talks about how Native Americans speak the language of the earth, right? And the one thing that I love about this Pope is you didn't have to be Catholic for him to love you.
No.
He loved Muslims. He told us to be the example that the Native Americans are to the earth, to the world around us. Like, you didn't have to be Catholic for him to love you.
Right.
Human, right?
Right.
So, not just really human, because
he loves all of
he
creation.
loves all
exactly.
of creation. So
well,
every and all things that God created, he loved.
And he embodied what God is for us, which is love, right?
He did. He did.
Yeah.
I'm especially sad. I have some rosaries that he blessed that I've been praying. And I actually wrote him a letter and asked that he bless some of the work that I do. And he wrote back and said yes. You know,
Amen.
and I have that.
Right.
And I hold that near to my heart. And so, you know, when we talked, I said, you know, I'm at the Pink Sisters praying. And so we're just joining with all of you, St. Josephine Bakhita community, all of you and all of the Catholics around the world. We are in mourning. We are sad. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have a broken heart, but we don't sit in it. We're not staying in it. We know, you know, the resurrection was real. We know that there is life and hope that we bring. We have that extraordinary hope. We have that Bible hope. We have that Jesus hope. We have that we will see him again hope. So right now, though, we will pray for the repose of his soul. Right now, we will stick together as community. I will pray for you. You will pray for me. We will pray for him. And you know, we will keep going. But you know, how would you tell St. Josephine community and the world to celebrate his life?
I think to honor his legacy, his commitment to. Well, our mission is really consistent with his vision, right? To open wide our doors and our hearts to worship, evangelize, and serve all God's people, right?
All.
And I think he taught us how to be attentive to one another, to stay awake, to listen to each other. And I think to honor his legacy would be to continue that work of forming community, of deepening our connection with one another, and letting Christ's Spirit really reign in our hearts. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, lead servant, man of God. I appreciate you for ushering your flock through this hard time. You are with us in joy. You are also with us in sorrow. St. Josephine Bakhita, we are with you in joy, and we're also with you in sorrow. So if anybody needs any extra prayer, please do not hesitate to email us, call us. All of that information can be found on our website at stbakhitastl.org. We love you.
Hey, God bless you all.
Bye.